I did a video earlier in the week about an interview, about a book written by the co-editor-in-chief of Variety magazine, Ramin Setoodeh. And a lot of comments, a lot of voicemails, a lot of emails chiding me, chastising me for there's no proof of this. It's just his word against Donald Trump's, blah, blah, blah. Well, now audio has been released of these moments. The thing about Donald Trump saying, I got to get upstairs and deal with the Afghanistan. There's a tape of that. Not going to play it. It's out there. You can listen to it. Him saying that Joan Rivers voted. It's what she said. Joan Rivers said she voted for me in 2016, even though Joan Rivers died in 2014. He's just a liar. But there's another thing that I think is more important than both of those things. Those kind of point to his either just rampant lying, the habitual nature, the compulsion he has to just lie. This goes to the fact that he's lying, but it should carry weight. It won't with the unwashed MAGA base. It won't with them. But this is audio of him admitting during this interview that he knows he lost the election. Yeah, when I lost in 2020, and then he catches himself. When they said I lost, or they cheated, they stole it. But it really shows. Look, so we all have the commonality of language, and we know when someone says something like he says it, that it's just that's in his mind. It's what he believes, and then he catches himself and changes it. Here's Nicole Wallace on MSNBC explaining it, playing the audio, and then we'll talk about what it all means on the other side.
Today, in a brand new tape, never heard before, we're hearing that private admission in the ex-president's own words, on tape. A remarkable slip of the mask, right? Trump's facade made during one of his half-dozen interviews with writer Ramin Setoodeh, author of a brand new book chronicling Trump's time as host of The Apprentice. We spoke with Ramin on this program yesterday. He told us about this moment. Here is that never-before-heard exchange that came up when Trump was talking about former Fox News commentator Geraldo Rivera. Listen.
What was Geraldo like?
He was good. He did a good job.
Yeah.
He was smart, cunning. He did a good job.
And are you guys still close, or you no more?
No, I don't think so. He is. After I lost the election, I won the election, but when they said we won, he called me up 3 or 4 times. I didn't take his call because I was so busy fighting it, with what went on. And we've caught him. I don't know if you see it, but you will. But he called me up 3 or 4 times. And finally I had a little time. I called him back. And he went on Fox and he started talking about the president called me. I didn't call him. I returned his phone call. And he started talking very personally about how I was feeling, how I was doing. And I said, that's really a betrayal. I didn't talk about how I was feeling. It was a phone call that lasted very quickly. Just, hey, how you doing, Geraldo? How's it going? It's not my deal. He's not my psychiatrist.
Right.
But he made it sound like it was such a big deal. It was a nothing. All I did was return his call. But he said, the president called me, like I'm reaching out to him. Yeah. And I haven't spoken to him since.
So despite Trump's efforts to put his mask back on, right, to quickly cover it up, you heard the truth pour out of him. Call me after I lost. Geraldo, I won. But he lost. He lost. He knows it. And speaking conversationally, he admitted it on tape. But meanwhile, publicly, and even there in that call, the disgraced ex-president continues to perpetuate and spread the lie that has undermined trust and faith in our elections, in American democracy, the lie that his own supporters have bought into hook, line, and sinker, some of them the cost of their freedom, their liberty. The lie that fueled the supporters into committing a deadly coup against the United States government at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
So he knows. We know. We know he knows. He knows we know he knows. So can we just drop the facade? Just stop with the games and the cuteness, MAGA world. We get it. You get it. We know you get it. He knows that the election was not stolen, and he's known since before the election, because that's when he started lying about oh, it's going to be rigged. If I lose, it's because it was rigged. There's no way possible I could lose, even though he had historically low approval ratings throughout the entirety of his 4 years. And it's on tape. The problem, as I stated before, is MAGA world and loyal Republicans, the part of that 32 to 34% that'll never leave the dear leader, who are in the cult, who are high priests and high priestesses in the cult of Donald Trump. They will never admit, they will never let this sway the delusions that they have about their dear leader, about Donald Trump. And that is maybe the most dangerous thing of all. And Donald Trump knows he's playing on their stupidity, on their conspiracy-driven thinking. And he knows that they'll never leave his side, no matter what he does. Whether he's raw dogging porn stars or throwing children in cages and separating them from their parents, never to be reunited again because of sloppy and shoddy paperwork. They know, he knows, that they will never leave him, even though nearly 1.25 million Americans died because of COVID. They'll never leave him, even though he takes credit for developing the vaccine that they hate so much. That's how much of a cult it is. That in one breath, they praise him for Operation Warp Speed and getting it done like a true leader. And in the other breath, it was a conspiracy to magnetize their DNA or whatever insanity that they go with. I mean, how many times must I say it's a cult, it's a cult, it's a cult, it's a cult? I don't know. I think there's no bottom. There's no top to how many times I can say it, and there's no bottom to the depths to which they will sink to prove that it's a cult. Anyway, what do you think? I would absolutely love to know. Nightmarish is a word that comes to mind. You can leave a comment below. We can have a conversation there. That would be great. You can also call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And as always, if you want to email me, it's daily@dollemore.com. If I'm the guy that you go to, that you appreciate, if I bring you value on a video by video basis, please consider supporting this work, helping me make these videos. You can click the join button below for $2 a month is all it takes. Become a channel member here on YouTube. Same deal, $2 a month, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Those are great ways to support this work and independent media with me in my dumb face. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram, Threads and TikTok and Facebook and Blue Sky, all of them. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Getting ready for vacation. Be gone on Monday. Be genuine. Take care of one another.